everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some Milwaukee Braves baseball. It's July 5th. It's game 2 of a doubleheader here in Milwaukee. The Philadelphia Phillies traveling to Milwaukee. And the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies is leading off playing right field, Johnny Carlson. Batting second, playing second, Tony Taylor. Batting third, playing center field, Tony Gonzalez. Batting fourth, playing first base, Pancho Aurora. Batting fifth, I think with his fourth team this year. He started out with the Braves, playing left field, Wes Covington. Batting sixth, playing third base is Charlie Smith. Batting seventh, on the catching is Clay Pimple, and batting eighth, playing shortstop, Ruben Amara, and on the mound doing the pitching, batting ninth for the Philadelphia Phillies is Ken Lehman. And for your Milwaukee Braves, for game number 2 of this doubleheader, you got leading off playing center field, Al Spangler. Batting second, playing second, Frank Bolin. And you'll notice it's not Matthews batting third. Batting third, playing left field, Lee May, as Eddie Matthews gets this game off. Batting fourth, playing right field is Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first base is Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Joe Torre. And batting seventh and playing third is Felix Montalia. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Roy McMillan. And doing the pitching, batting ninth is Lou Burdette. Let's get down to County Stadium here, folks, and get this game started. Here's the pitch to Johnny Collison, and that ball is hit down to Frank Bolin at second. Easy play for out number 1. Now Tony Taylor up. Pitch to Taylor. And that ball is hit down the third base, and wouldn't you know it, it finds the new third baseman, and he muffs it, throws it in the ground. Joe Adcock saves it from going behind, but that's an E5. Taylor's aboard. The ball always seems to find you. That brings up Tony Gonzalez now with a runner on at first. And that's what the doctor ordered. That ball is hit down to McMillan, over to Bolin, over to Adcock. And the error doesn't cost the Braves. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Phillies nothing. The Braves coming up. Spangler, May, Spangler, Bolin, and then May. Sorry about that. And here's the pitch to Al. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Spangler goes down on strikes, 1 out. Brings up Frank Bolin now. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Frank gets on. And now there's a new big boys in town. We got Lee May up here. See if he can do anything here. Drive Bolin in, or at least move him over. Here's the pitch to Lee May. And that's going to be a base on balls. May does a good job. Nice eye. Gets down to first. That brings up Hank Aaron here with first and second and nobody out. 1 out, folks. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Beeman's trying to strike out the side in between. There's a single and a walk. Let's see if Joe Adcock can deliver a 2-out base hit here, folks, and get the Braves on the board. No, he doesn't. That ball is hit down to short. And he'll go the easy way to second. And the Braves strand 2. Go to the top of the second. It's still nothing. You got Herrera, Smith, and Covington due up here for the Phils. Here's the pitch to Pancho. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Max up with it, throws over to Adcock, 1 out. Here's Charlie Smith. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs here in the second. And that brings up Wes Covington. And that brings up Smith. Alrighty, so Smith's up now. Okay, here we go. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll end the inning, folks. 1, 2, 3 goes to Phils. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Joe Torre, Felix, Montelia, and Roy McMillan due up here for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's a base on balls. Joe walks on down to first. So we got the lead runner on now. Let's see what the cat can do. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Collison's got it. Makes the catch for out number 1. And that brings up McMillan now with 1 out and Joe down at first. And that's going to be a ground ball down in the third. His only play will be the first. Joe will make it down the second with 2 outs now for Lou Burdette. And Lou's not a bad hitting pitcher, folks. Lou's batting .298 on the year. Let's see what he can do here, folks. And that ball's hit down the third also. Easy play for Smith. He fires over to first for the final out here in the second. The Braves leave Joe down at second. We go to the top of the third. It's still tied up, 0-0. Wimple, Amara, and Lehman due up here in the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Felix. He fields this one cleanly, folks. Fires over to Adcock, 1 out. And here's Ruben. Ruben Amara hits this ball down the first base. Easy play for Adcock. 2 outs, rather. And that brings up Ken Lehman here. Can he help his own cause? And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Phillies go 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the third. We got the top of the order due up here for the Braves. Spangler, Bolin, and May. Here's the pitch to Al. Al's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And he's got the 0 for 2 with another strikeout, folks. Heeman's got Spangler's number so far today. Frank Bolin reached on a single his first time up. And that ball is hit in the right field. Johnny Collison's out there, makes the catch for out number 2. He may walk his first time up. Let's see what he does this time, folks. And he gets a hold of this ball, folks. The big boy shows up. That ball is deep. That ball is far. That ball is going. Lee May turned on that one, folks. Home run. And the Braves take a 1-0 lead. Brings up Henry Hank Aaron now. Can he go back to back, Jack? And that's going to be a single in the left field, just out of the range of Amara. So Hank's on it first now with 2 outs for Joe Adcock. And the Braves get a 2-out rally going. They scored 1 so far on the home run by Lee May. And that ball is deep. That ball is back. And Wes Covington watches this ball go over the left field fence, folks. Home run, Joe Adcock. And just like that, in a blink of an eye with 2 outs, this game is turned. It's 3-0 Milwaukee. Now we got Joe Torres up with 2 outs. Can keep this 2-out rally going, folks. And that ball is hit back to the mound. Lehman's his own worst enemy because that's an E1 as he muffs that ball, goes over to pick it up. Smart enough not to make a throw and confound the situation. So here we go. He breezes through the first 2 innings, gets 2 outs in the third, and now he's struggling. Here is Felix. He's 0 for 1, flew out the right. And they're going to keep on because that ball is inside, and Lehman just hit Felix. And the Braves ain't too happy about that. They come up to the top steps and they're chirping. I think got some retaliation here. So we got first and second now for Roy McMillan. Roy's 0 for 1, grounded out. Can he keep her going, man? And that is a heck yes, he can. He singles in the left field. And that's going to score Joe from second. And the Braves keep it going here with a rally. And Felix the Cat's going to make it down the third. So now we got first and third here for Lou Burdette. The Braves have batted around, folks. This is the 9th batter of the inning. Can Lou help his own cause and really add on to this massacre? Here's the pitch for Lou. And that is a pop up on the infield. I'm sorry, that ball makes it out to left field. A little further than I thought it would be hit. And Covington makes the catch, but the Braves score 4. 9 batters come to the plate, folks, and it is 4-0. 2 home runs in the inning, folks. We got the top of the order due up here for the fields. Collison, Taylor, and Gonzalez trailing by 4 now. And that's going to be ball 4. No, sorry, that's 2 balls and no strikes. Lou's got the double Z, 2-0. And he walks the hard way in Apba. 2 rows, but Johnny's down at first. Not what you want with a 4-run lead is walking people, and normally Lou doesn't. Here's Taylor now. He's 0 for 1. Reached on an error his first time up. And that's going to be a pop fly in the infield. McMillan calls for it and makes the catch. 1 out. Brings up Tony Gonzalez now with a runner on at first. And that's a 2-ball, no strike on him. Lou's kind of having some control problems. Hey, Bob. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And Collison will stop at second. So we got first and second now, folks, with 1 out for Pancho Herrera. Braves with a 4-run lead. And that's not what you want to see there. That's a single in the left field. And Collison's going to score. And all of a sudden, the Phillies are making some noise, folks. And Gonzalez will stop at second. So it's still first and second with 1 out here. Here's Wes Covington, the former Brave. And that's just what the doctor ordered. That ball is hit down to second. Frank Boland's up with it. Fires over the McMillan. Over to Joe Adcock. And that ends the inning. A 4-6-3 double play, folks. Phillies do score 1, make it a 3-run game. It's 4-1 Milwaukee. We got the top of the order due up again. Spangler, Boland, and May. That's what happened in the third. Let's see what happens this time. They got to him with 2 outs. And it's not going to take 2 outs this time because Spangler, with a good eye, walks. He struck out twice and now walked. He's down at first. There's a short leash on Lehman, that's for sure. So you got Frank Boland up now. They got guys warming up in the pen already here in the 4th inning. Here's Frank Boland. And that's going to be hit back to the mound, I believe. Yes, it is. And he's going to fire over to first. Spangler will get down to second with one out, and Lee May, he hit a home run his last time up, folks. So he's 1-for-1 with a walk, having a heck of a game here in the third hole, taking that spot with Matthews getting a day off here in the doubleheader. And that ball is hit down to third. He looks the runner back to second, throws over to first, and that's out number 2. I'll bring up Aaron now. See if Hank can drive in Spangler from second with 2 outs. It's when it all went bad. And the third was 2 outs. And not this time, because that ball's hit back to the mound. Sorry, that ball's hit down to first. Herrera's got it. He throws over to Lehman covering. And the Braves strand Spangler at second. Still lead 4-1 as we go to the 5th inning. We got Smith, Dalrymple, and Amara due up here in the 5th. Here's the pitch to Charlie. And that ball is hit down to Frank Bolin. Easy play over to Adcock for the first out. See what Clay can do here. He's 0-for-1. He grounded out the third his first time up. And he hits that ball down to second also. So they're giving Frank a little test here in this inning. And he's passing. Hey, Legends, great game last night. It was a blowout, but it was a great game. Sure. Go over and check out Legends Sports Universe, folks. Watch the game 1 of the World Series. Here is Ruben Amara. And that is going to be lifted into center field. Al Spangler's got that. 1, 2, 3, go to Phils. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-1 Braves. We got Adcock, Torrey, and Montelia. The Cat due up. Here's the pitch to Joe. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Rips that ball in the gap. Hits off the wall. Gonzalez comes up with it, fires it in. But Joe Adcock standing down at second, folks, with a double after hitting a home run. Close to having 2 home runs in this game. And that's Joe Torrey down here now. They love to get Lehman through this inning. He's due to lead off. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that is a comebacker, I believe. Nope, that ball is hit down the first. Herrera's up with it, throws over the end covering, and Joe will get down the third with 1 out. That'll force the Phillies to bring the infield in for the Cat. Cat is 0-for-1. He's flown out and got hit by a pitch. And that ball is hit down the short, I believe. No, that's down the second. And with the infield in, that gets by Taylor for a base hit in the right field. And that'll score Joe Adcock. And it's 5-1 Braves now. And see what here can happen. They're going to let Lehman try to get out of this inning here with McMillan and Lou Burdette up. And that's a fly ball in the center field. Gonzalez has got it. And this will be Lehman's last batter no matter what. Here's Lou. Like I say, he ain't no slouch, folks. He's 0-for-2 today, but he's hitting almost 300 on the year. And he hits this ball into right field. I believe it's right field. No, in the center field. And the Cattle race down the third. And that'll be it for Lehman. It's Lou Burdette, like we was talking last night on Beatles channel, Legends. We don't need no stinking DH. Lou Burdette comes through and chases Lehman out of the ball game. See who they're going to bring in here. You got Spangler, a lefty, due up. They only got 1 lefty in the bullpen. Then followed by a righty. I don't think they're going to go with the lefty. I think they're going to go with Green. Dallas Green. He thinks he's going to be a good manager one day. He might even manage these Phillies to the World Series, he thinks. I don't know, guys. He says he's even a better GM than he is a manager. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Yes, they did, Legends. Yeah, old Dallas Green. That's right. Thinks he's going to be a great GM and a decent manager. Thinks he's a World Series manager. And that's who's going to come in this game. Try to get one out here. And they'll pitch hit for him. So he got Al Spangler now with first and third. 2 outs here. Al is 0 for 2 with a walk. And that's not what the Phils wanted to see. Dallas comes in and walks the bases loaded. And that brings up Frank Bolin. Frank's 1 for 3. Can he bust this game completely open, folks, with a 2-out base hit here? And the answer is no, as that ball is hit down the short. And Ruben will fire over to second to get the final out. But the Braves score 1, make it 5-1. Yeah, I know. My only problem with it is the DH should have never been implemented in the college and in the minors. Otherwise, pitchers would still be able to hit. It just amazes me, Legends, that your best ball player is your pitcher. He normally hits about 300, has more home runs than anybody in the Little League, Legion Ball, Pony League, high school. And then when he gets to college and the minors, they decide, oh, we can't have you hit. It makes no sense. No sense at all. But that's just the way it is. Let's see who they're going to bring out here to pitch hit. Let's see. Need some runners on base. They're going to go with Elmer. Elmer just came over in a trade. Valvo, where's Elmer at? There's Elmer. See if he can get this started for the Phils here in the top of the 6th, trailing by 4. This will be his 3rd at bat as a Philly. And here's the pitch to Vogel. And that's going to be a single into center field. Nice piece of hitting by Elmer. He gets on the lead off this 6th inning with a pitch hit single. Spangler was unable to come in and get that ball. It brings up Johnny Collison. He's 0 for 1 with a walk here. Here's the pitch to Johnny. And that is going to be another hit by batter. Is Lou trying to get even or what here, folks? That's 2 batters hit today, 1 on each side. Now the Phillies are chirping. And Lou's looking at him like they're crazy. I got a 4-run lead. Why would I hit him? And I'm thinking the same thing. Why did you hit him? That brings up Tony Taylor now. Nobody out. 1st and 2nd. And that is going to be a infield hit. Taylor loads the bases, folks. And just like that, the Phillies are making some noise. Lou was cruising through 5 innings. So we got bases loaded for Tony Gonzalez. The Braves will play the infield back with a 4-run lead. And that's a big swing and a miss, strike three. Lou needed that one, folks. Now there's one out for Poncho. He doesn't have much speed. Could the Braves get a ground ball here and get out of this mess with nobody scoring? And the answer to that question is no, because that's a fly ball in the left field. And that's going to be deep enough to score, Elmer. And just like that, it is now 5-2. Runners on first and second with 2 outs now. Here's Wes Covington, a former Brave. He's 0 for 2, struck out and hit into a double play. And that's another swing and miss. Lou's got his number today. But the Phillies creep a little closer and make it a 5-2 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Here we go. Frank Bolin up now. We got Bolin, May, and Aaron. See what happens here, folks. And who is the Phillies going to bring in here? Are they going to bring in Rockin' Robin Roberts? I think that's who they're going to bring in, as long as he hasn't pitched lately. Yep, that's who they're going to bring in. Roberts is coming in. All righty, he'll be facing Lee May here. Got May, Aaron, and Adcox. Let's see what happens. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field for Lee May. He's having a heck of a game, folks. 2 for 3 with a home run. Just turns on this ball and drives it in the right field. Johnny gets over and cuts it off before he can get a double out of it. Brings up the hammer. He's 1 for 3 scored. And that ball is hit in the center field. Tony Gonzalez misplays that. That ball gets by and hangs on an error. And Lee May, with his speed, turns on the burners, folks. And he's going to end up down at third on that error. So we got first and third, nobody out. Just like that, the Braves are threatening. Phillies bring the infield in. They get this down to a 3-run game. They're trying to keep it there. Here's Joe Adcock having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 3, a home run and a double. And that'll be a base hit in the right field. That'll score Aaron and Adcock. That'll score May, and Aaron will end up down at third. Still first and third, folks, and nobody out. Joe Adcock comes through with a single. He's a triple away from the cycle, folks. Here's Joe Torre. They'll keep the infield in. And that's a big swing and a miss by Rockin' Robin. That's out number 1. And now the Phillies will play back, try to get the double play and get out of this mess. And that's not going to happen because that's a single in the left field. And Joe will stop down at second. We got first and second now. The score is now 7-2. And that brings up Roy McMillan. Rory's 1 for 3 with an RBI. And Robin sure isn't the answer here, folks. And that ball is well hit. Mac got a hold of this one, folks. And he drives that ball in left field. And that'll load the bases up, folks, as Joe's not going to chance it here. So we got the bases loaded for Lou Burdette. Lou's already got a base hit in this game, folks. Can he go 2 for 4 and get himself an RBI here? Here's the pitch to Lou. And yes, he can, folks. That is a single in the left field. Make sure it's in the left field. Yep, in the left field. And that's going to score 2. And McMillan's going to end up down at third, folks. Sure. And Lou Burdette with a 2 RBI single, folks. We got first and third. Still only 1 out. We got the top of the order up now, Al Spangler. Al's 0 for 2. He might be the one Brave that don't have a hit yet. It's 9-2, folks. And they walk Al and load the bases up again. Sure. Rockin' Robin is not having a good outing at all. Phillies looking for the bullpen, and he got 2 arms left out there. They get somebody up. Not what they wanted here. Here's Frank Boland now. And that ball is well ahead in the left field, folks. Whoa, crazy inning here. And that's going to score 2 on the base hit. And Spangler is going to end up down at third. So we got first and third now, and this game is out of hand, folks. It is now 11-2. Braves are just plummeting them. Here's Lee May, 2 for 3, a home run, a walk, and a single. See what he can do here, folks. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Taylor calls for it, and that's out number 2. That brings up Hank. See what Mr. Aaron can do now, folks. He's 1 for 4. Reached on an error his first time up this inning. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Boland's going to make his way down the third. So we still got first and third, and it's a 10-run lead, folks. And Rockin' Robbins is going to be the sacrificial lamb here. They're not going to nobody. He's got to get out of this inning on his own, they said. And that's going to do it, folks. That's a pop-up in the foul territory. And Taylor comes over near the wall, makes the catch. And that'll end the inning, folks, but not until the Braves score 7. We go to the top of the 7th. It's 12-2. Milwaukee. We got Smith, Dalrymple, and Amara. And if anybody gets on, Robinson. Here's the pitch to Charlie. And that is lifted in the left field. Lee May makes the catch. 1 out. And here's Clay. Clay's 0 for 2, grounded out the third, grounded out the second. And he tries to hit the ball down the first, but the same result. Adcock's up with it, makes the play for out number 2. Here comes Ruben up now. He's 0 for 2, grounded out the first, flew out the center. And he's going to fly out the left field rather. And that is out number 3. And Robertson's due up. The lead off the inning. Let's see here. Do they want to make a double switch? Let's see here. Who they got to play short? Anybody? here. Smith can move over the short. If we want to bring somebody in to play third also, we could do it that way. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring Walls into play third. Walls comes into play third. And Jack will come in the pitch. And O'Mara will come out of the game. That's how we'll do this. First the pitcher. Here's Jack. He'll come in. He'll bat in the 8th spot. And we'll bring Bobby in. And he'll play third. He'll hit in the 9 hole. And Charlie will move over to the short. And Bobby will go to third. All righty. And Jack will be facing Joe Torre. Montelia and McMillan here in the 7th inning, folks, down by 10. And here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a single in the left field. It doesn't matter who the Phillies put out there. The Braves are hitting them, folks. That is the 16th hit of the game, folks. And that was Joe's first hit of the game. Here comes Felix having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 3. See what happens this time. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. The cat goes down. 1 out. Here's McMillan up now. Here's the pitch to Mac. And that's what the Phillies was looking for. A ground ball down the short. And Charlie moving over there comes up with it. Throws it over to second to Taylor. Over to Herrera. 6-4-3. Inning double play, folks. We make it to the 8th. It is 12-2. We got Lee Walls up now. Well, Bobby's up now. That's not what I wanted. What did I do here? I wanted Walls in there. I put the wrong guy in, so we'll go with it. So I'm not going back. I'm not going back and doing all that. So Bobby comes in the game. So Bobby's up. And it's a single in the right field. Bobby gets nice piece of hitting after coming in on a double switch. Now you got the Collison up now with the runner on at first. And that's going to be hit back to the mound, I believe. Yes, it is. He's going to spin and turn. Fired down the second with McMillan covering. That's out number 1. Puts John down at first for Tony Taylor. And that's just what the doctor ordered. That ball is hit down the second. And Bowen's up with it. Fires over to McMillan, over to Adcock. 4-6-3 double play, folks. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 12-2 Braves. We got Burdette, Spangler, and Bowen due up here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Lou. Lou is 2 for 4, folks, with 2 RBIs on the game. And that's going to be hit down the short. And poor Charlie, after making a great play the last inning, he muffs this one. And Lou standing down at first. Nothing's going right for the Phils in game number 2 of this doubleheader. Here's Al Spangler. He's 0 for 2. He's walked 3 times, though, folks. And he walks a 4th time, folks. How about that? Al Spangler, 4 walks on the game. Brings up Frank Bolin with runners at first and second and nobody out. And Frank's 2 for 5. And that ball is hit in the right field. Is that going to be deep enough to get Lou over to third? I doubt it. Nope. So that's 1 out now for Lee May, who's having a great game. Of course, I'm saying that about all these Braves. But he's 2 for 4 with a home run, folks. And he's not done yet as he hits that ball into the ground. And he's chasing, running down the first. He's going to make it. That's a nice infield hit for May. That loads the bases for Hank Aaron. Can he get a grand salami here to cap this game off? Here's the pitch to Aaron. And that's going to be a base on balls. Can you believe it? They just walked in the run. He was scared of the grand slam, I guess. Sure. Brings up Joe Adcock. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. Infield fly rules in effect. And Poncho down at first makes the call. Puts it away for out number 2 rather. That brings up Joe Torre now. 2 outs, base is still juiced. And that's a swing and a miss. And that's the inning. Braves score 1, but leave the bases loaded. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 13-2. You got Gonzalez, Herrera, and Covington due up here for the Phils. Here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Felix has got that down at third. Calls everybody off. 1 out. Brings up Poncho Herrera. He's 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs today. And that's going to be hit down the short. Easy play from Max. Over to first. Quick 2 outs. Phillies are down to their last out here. Here's Wes Covington. He's 0 for 3 today, with 2 strikeouts. And that's a base on balls. Lou may be getting tired, but he's got an 11-run lead. Here's Charlie Smith. Charlie's 0 for 3. And that's a pop-up in the foul territory. Joe Torre throws off the mask near the dugout, makes the catch, and that's your ball game, folks. We had a slaughter here in Milwaukee. Braves 13, the Phillies 2. Let's take a look at this box score, folks. See what the star is here. Braves left 14 runners on base and still scored 13 runs. That is crazy, folks. Crazy. Left 14 on and still scored 13. It was a complete massacre. The Phillies 2 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors. The Braves 13 runs on 17 hits and an error. Who had the hits? All 5 of them by different players. Herrera, Gonzalez, Taylor. And then Malkus and Volva. And no extra base hits. They was all singles off of Lou, folks. No extra base hits at all. And then for the Braves, Spangler was the only guy that didn't have a base hit, but he walked 4 times, so you can't argue with that, folks. When you walk on base 4 times and you're 0 for 2, you can't argue with that. And the only other player, Joe Torre, was the only one to only have one hit, but he walked once also. Yeah, everybody else had multiple hits, including Lou Burdette, the pitcher. You had Joe Adcox with a double. You had Lee May with a home run. Adcox with a home run. Ken Lehman got lit up. 4 2/3, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 3, and gave up 2 home runs. Green came in and got the out. Walked 1. Roberts came in. He got lit up in 1 inning. 7 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 1. And Blaushin came in, pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, gave up an unearned run, walked 2, and struck out 2. Like I say, it was just total domination by the Braves. Let's do some fast play here in the National League. We only got 2 other games here in the National League. We got the Cardinals traveling out to California to take on the Dodgers in the Coliseum. And the Cardinals win a close one. 2 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors, and the Dodgers 1 run on 6 hits and an error. And the only other game in the National League is the Reds travel out to San Francisco to take on the Giants. This is a battle for second place, folks. And the Giants win. The Reds 3 runs on 12 hits and an error. The Giants 6 runs on 9 hits and an error. Let's take a look at the standings here after July 5th. And the Braves are leading the Giants by 2 games. The Cardinals are now in third place, 3 games back. The Reds are 5 games back in fourth. Cubbies in sixth, 8 games back. The Dodgers 9 games back. The Pittsburgh Pirates 10.5, and the Phillies fall to 22.5 games back, folks. And George Altman's leading the league with a .355 batting average. Willie's got 25 home runs, leading the league, and Orlando Cepeda's got 74 RBIs on the season, leading the league. Juan Marichal took over the ERA lead with a 2.69 ERA. Warren still got the lead with wins with 10, and Don McMahon still has 17 saves to lead the league. Cepeda still leading in MVP votes, and Spahn still leading with, well, actually, he's tied with his teammate for the Cy Young. Both of them's got 120 votes. I want to thank Robert and Legends Sports Universe for stopping in. Legends is going to be doing the World Series with his all-time greats. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Oakland A's. He said he's either going to do game 2 here at 12:30 this afternoon or 11:30 tonight. So be looking for that over there on his channel. That's a great replay. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit that bell, and on your way out of Milwaukee, hit that like button and leave a comment. And have a great day. Until next time, y'all take care.